Hey dolls, it's Sunday night and it is 8 o'clock and the weekend's almost over. What is that? Why does the weekend have to be over? I hate that. But I am very proud of myself and I must tell you that I have finished my closet and I have, hey Kate, how are you? I finished my closet and I have finished my bedroom. Can you believe it? I have held in. Hi, Misty. How you doing? I have held up to my New Year's resolution of finishing my bedroom. So I am so proud of myself at 55 years old for cleaning my room. Like, I know, Trisha, right? Crazy, right, Diane? Like, how silly of me to be 55 years old. I remember when I was younger, my mom used to say, hi, Diane. Like, hi, Michelle. Hi, Cheryl. Like, go clean your room. And it was such a chore. Well, trust me, at 55, it's even more of a chore. But I finished my room. So I'm very happy about that. That's what I spent my day doing today because football was on all day. And quite honestly, I don't really care about football. I'm really glad that the Eagles won because my son and his wife, Kate, are huge Eagles fans, so I was really happy for them. So anyway, I thought tonight we'll do the chat, but I also thought that I would, hi Dawn, hi Patty, I thought that I would do something a little bit different tonight. Like, I'll chat away with you guys, but I also, when I did that last, get dolled up in 10 minutes, like everybody was instant messaging me and stuff like that. They really liked it. And I thought, well, tonight I would do something like a little bit different. And if you're wondering why I look like crap, it's not because I was doing my bedroom, but probably it is. But I thought I would show you how to do some quick contouring things that lift your face and make you look 10 years younger. Some of the tricks that I've learned throughout the years to get dolled up. So I thought that I would do that. And I think that you guys will like seeing that and seeing these little tips and tricks. And these are things that you can do really quick and easy at home. And I think you'll like it. So in this way, if you have any questions or, thanks Michelle, love you. If you have any questions or anything like that, then I can kind of slow down and show you. And hi Amy, how are you? And show you what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So I have my brows on and I have some eyeshadow and lashes on. So what I'm going to do is put the base on. So of course you guys know that I'm obsessed with the Hydralux foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and put that, and I use the shade Light. So Caitlin just joined the chat and she's like, congratulations on finishing my bedroom. She has like, oh wait, I think I have an empty Light Hydralux. I might have to go, oh, that's terrible. I might have to go upstairs and get one. Is it terrible if I have to run and leave you guys for like 2 minutes? Hi, Nancy. Hi, Beth Ann. Thank you so much. I'm like, look, it's empty. It's terrible. All right. Don't go anywhere. You're going to see a blank screen. Give me 2 seconds. I have to go get a brand new Hydralux. 1 second. Well, that is just not the way to start my, not the way to start my chat off. Okay, I'm out of breath. Hi, Kelly. I hope you're feeling okay. My little friend Kelly had the flu. I'm not kissing anybody. I'm not hugging anybody. People come up, hi, are you? I'm like, I cannot afford to be sick, and I do not want the flu. Nuggy's here. Nuggy, you gotta let me do my, now I'm out of breath. Okay, so I got a new Hydralux. I wear the shade Light. So what I'm going to do is show you how I do my base. First, what I do is I put it on the back of my hand. And oh my gosh, Kathy, hi. I'm like so out of breath. But guess what? I could find my foundation because my bedroom's clean. Boom. All right, so I start and I put it on my hand. And then I just kind of rub it out so it covers all the brush. And if the video's shaking, that's just Nuggy. Okay. So I always start here because you can see that I have a lot of redness and discoloration in my face here. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and I'm going to try to just stay in the phone instead of looking in a mirror. So I just tap it on right through here because I'm really, really red. I have freckles. I have discoloration. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and then just blend it out. I put my base on pretty quick and easy. This is really pretty much how I do it when I'm getting ready for work in the morning or even when I'm getting ready to go on air. So I'm going to go ahead. Make sure you take your base up into your hairline. Also, another little trick too, and I'll show you once I come down here. Can you believe that I was like out of Hydralux? I brought down an empty bottle. Oh, silly of me. Okay, I'm catching my breath now. All right, what's up, everyone? Hi, Gay. Hi, Dahlia. Okay, all right, Diane. Okay, so ready? Now, I'm going to touch up a little bit more on my cheek because they're pretty red. Down here, my temporal. Now, a lot of times people forget this, but notice how my ear is like really red and the rest of my face, now that it has foundation on, isn't. Don't forget to kind of like bring a little bit, believe it or not, back into your ear. I know it sounds weird and you never think about that, but the last thing that you want is like red ears, you know? So, hi, Cindy. Hi, Joanne. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish my base. Just like this. And these are all the like little tricks and stuff that I've learned from like pageants, and then I've learned from makeup artists, and really just, you know, all the things that I've learned along the way. But a lot of times, unless you know what you're doing, you just don't know how to do it, okay? Did the Vikings win? Okay, good. Yay for Minnesota. Because if that keeps going, isn't... No, Minneapolis, isn't that where the Super Bowl is? So that's pretty cool. So, all right, so I'm going to take that. Don't forget my ear. Now, another thing that most people do, hi, Becky, is that they forget their neck. This is an extension of your face. I always use Dr. Deness's neck cream. So I always use that. I put that on first. But anyway, I go ahead and then I take the rest of what foundation I have and I bring that down my neck. And this way my neck, my chin, and my face, you never have like that weird creepy line. Let me see. Candy, I did a tutorial. If you go down, scroll down a little bit down on the feed, I did a whole tutorial for hooded lids. You can see that I have very, very hooded lids. I was actually... born with hooded lids, and they've gotten worse as I've gotten older, but I did a tutorial, and I'll do some more for you and show you what to do. Don't you think the back of our hands would totally soften and smoother? I know. I do. I should have like the softest hands ever, but they're the best palettes. I always use the back of my hand. I don't know why, but okay. So there's the base. That's done. Now I'm going to put my... concealer underneath my eyes, and I'm going to actually sculpt my brow, and I use the hi Muriel, how are you? Okay, so I'm going to, let me see what I got. And yeah, I love this brush. It's just one of my favorite brushes. I tend to grab it a lot. I think it's nice and flat and dense, and this way it kind of just doesn't spread product or leave any streaks. I tend to use that brush a lot. Okay, so now I'm going to come in close and I'm going to show you. Hi, Aunt Deb. How are you? So here's my concealer. Now remember when we do concealer, it's like, okay, so we're talking about contouring now and how to look 10 years younger, okay? When you do your concealer, most of the time, I always put my foundation on first because concealers are heavy. And concealers are very opaque, and well, they're supposed to be, because you want them to, hi Melanie, how are you in the UK, my love? I'm coming over in mid-February, so I'm really excited about that. All right, so what you want to do is you want to take, this is called the triangle of light. So your concealer underneath your eyes, and the Hydrabalm Precision Stick is really cool because it has brightening properties, and that's why I really like to use it on myself, because I use this as my eyeshadow base. My eyes are done already, but you never want to drag your concealer out. If you drag your concealer out, ooh, from Maine. Hi from Maine, Jean. Hi, Sharon. So if you drag your concealer out, it's going to drag your eye down. And remember, we're going to do everything here to look 10 years younger. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that triangle just like that, and that concealer stick just like that. Okay, so I did my triangles. Now I'm going to take my double-ended concealer brush. Okay, I saw your presentation, the nude lip wardrobe. Oh yeah, and the rose gold. Oh, Christine, I just answered you back, honey, on Facebook. If you look at that, yeah, we did the rose. We used to do the rose gold components, but now they're black and really sleek with like a nude logo on them. So we changed them, love. So the QVC just needs to update their picture. So yeah, we did those for a while in the rose gold. But now they're black and like really sleek. So I hope that you like them. All right, so anyway, I got really close up underneath that eye, just like that with the thinner part. And then I'm taking this wispy end and I'm just making sure that that's all blended, just like that. And I'm gonna do the other eye, just like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna make sure that it's blended out. Now, let's start talking about a little bit about contouring. Okay, so now I have my base on, and my base I think looks really good. I'm really happy with my base. So here's a couple things. We're gonna start with the contouring. Hi Maria, how are you? I was just texting your brother, Maria. Okay, so I'm gonna take this Precision Concealer Stick. It's in the shade Light. And I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna sculpt right over top of my, right on the top of my brow, just like that. And the reason why I'm using this product is because it has that lightening property in it. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a really sharp brow. Brows are really, really important because brows are what lift the face, okay? So I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna take my concealer brush and I'm gonna just really, it's gonna define that brow, and the more defined my brow is, the more my face is gonna look lifted. So I'm gonna just do that. So you can see already how it's starting to look lifted. So, and remember your brows, like I said last week, your brows are sisters, not twins, okay? So they don't have to be kind of exactly perfect and each side matching. Okay, so now notice how now I'm starting to get the lift with the brow, just like that. Okay, just like that. Instant eye lift, that's right. Hi, Mom. My mom's in the chat. There's my mama. My mom had the flu too. That's why I'm not kissing anybody, because everybody got sick, Kelly. My mom had the flu for like 2 weeks. Man, I'm telling you, people are coming up to me, oh, mwah. I'm like, You just keep your mouth and your germs to yourself. I don't want any of that business going on. Don't want it. Okay, now, isn't that terrible? I just don't want to get sick. Okay, so let's talk about some contouring here. This is my own personal contour palette that I use obviously every day. So I like to show you the things that personally I use. You might want to use different things. You might want to use creams or whatever. I'm just using the powder. These are always really easy to get in and out the door. So I'm going to go ahead and use my contour palette. Now, here's what I'm going to do. First of all, when you're contouring and you're of a certain age, like I said, this video is going to be about how to look 10 years younger, right? How do we sculpt that cheek to get those full kind of young looking cheekbones? You don't want to contour straight down like that, because most of us as we get a little bit older, although I've eaten everything that is not nailed down, so my face is like, because I'm like literally an eating machine. Okay, so you don't want to do it so it's just straight. What I do is a contour that's like a C. And when I do this contour around my cheek like this, that's like a C, it's going to instantly like pop my cheeks up. So let me go ahead and show you. Now, the shade I'm going to do, this is my shade that I use all the time, but I'm going to use this shade up here. I forget the names of them, you guys can see, but I'm going to use the shade that's like in between. It's a little deeper than this one. It's in between, but it's not as dark as that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my brush in there. Now watch what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to take it like a C, just like this, just like a C. Okay, really easy, and up like this. And now instantly what I'm starting to do is create that look of those young, youthful, kind of like full cheeks. So we'll do it on both sides. Just like this. Make that C like a nice little circle C. Okay, doesn't have to be really straight because I'm going to show you how you sharpen this stuff up. This is stuff like nobody shows you, or stuff. It's like you see these girls and you're like, oh my God, they look so perfect. And how do you get that? So I'm going to show you every trick I've ever learned. So okay, so just like that. All right, so now see instantly how this is. Now remember what you're doing with contouring. Contouring is creating the look of a shadow. Okay, so you want to have the look of a shadow, which means that it's going to kind of like, you want that to sink in. We're going to highlight things that we want to bring forward and things that we want to look kind of sunken in. That's what we're going to do. So I've done my little C here. Okay, don't worry, I blend, so don't worry, I'm going to blend. Now, I'm going to take, let's do this because this is it. All right, I'm going to stay with the deeper shades, and then I'll pop the blush and the highlighter on. It's not typically, honestly, how I always do it, but let's do it. I think it'd be easier for you to follow. All right, so take that same shade that I just created this with, and like I said, I'm going to blend it out. But I just want you to follow me. Now, the reason why we contour is to create the look of an oval face. An oval face, subconsciously to people that are viewing us, is the most beautiful and the most desirable. I have an incredibly square face, okay? You can see how square I am. But it doesn't matter if you follow these tips that I'm showing you, you'll create kind of that soft, really beautiful oval. Okay, so like I said, that's the most desirable. If you're born with oval, good for you, but most of us don't have the perfect oval, but who cares? Okay, we're gonna look like we do. All right, so I'm gonna take that same shade in the contour palette, just like this. Okay, ready? All right, and then I'm gonna take it very lightly and I'm gonna dust this all around my hairline. So what that's gonna do is create this kind of more of a oval shape. It's going to create, and if your hairline doesn't matter, this also really helps to kind of create that softening effect if maybe you missed with your foundation a little bit. So I'm going to do that right down here around my hairline. Okay, now here's another little trick. All right, now I'm going to take the deepest shade. Now watch this one. Okay, here comes the 10 years younger. I'm going to take this deepest shade right here in the middle. Very important. I do this every single day because a lot of people know that I had neck surgery. I'm also 55, so my neck is not perfect. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to start through here. Now, here's a really cool trick. Don't just people say, oh, to contour your chin. The chin, this gives you like more of a sculpted look. When I do this, okay, with the darker one, it gives us more of a sculpted look because a lot of times we get a little like saggy through here, kind of get indented through there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create that kind of just like this. And like I said, I'm going to blend everything, so don't worry. Now what you want to do is make sure that you come down through here in this ear because you don't want like this, just like this dark line. So we want to like create this illusion. So we're going to come down like this. Now, very important, I'm going to bring this up underneath my chin. Okay, and this is going to make my chin look like it's really like, like I got a good chin, like I had a facelift, right? Like it's going to like clean this bad boy all up just like that. So I take that dark one just like that underneath my chin. Now, wait for it because here's another little trick that, remember I took that foundation down my neck. Take the same dark shade just like that. Nancy, it's a contour palette. It's not eyeshadow, it's contour. So, and then I'm going to take it right down the center. So remember what dark shades do. Remember, the light's going to bring things forward. That dark is going to set things back. All right, now see that? See how firm this just started to look? See how I got this nice square jaw? Now, okay, ready? All right, so that's what I've done pretty much with the dark, and there's one other thing that I'm going to do with the dark. With the browner shades. I'm going to take this lightest shade just like this, and I'm going to see, all right, see the size of my nose? I kind of have like a decent shaped nose. I'm pretty happy with it. It looks like my mama's nose. It's in the chat. So I'm really happy with my nose, but I want it to look a little bit more narrow. I want it to look a little bit more pointy. So I'm going to take my two middle fingers, and I'm going to take it, and I'm just taking my finger, and this is a really cool, easy way for you to do it, so it doesn't look like you have too much contour on your nose. But we all want to do this no matter whether we have a protruding nose or a wider nose. It doesn't matter. This is just a way to kind of slim it down and to make it look a little bit more attractive, and it's super easy. So put my finger in there. I'm going to take this finger like this in there, and then what I do is I take my two fingers like this and I rub them together just like this. Okay, and I take where my fingers are just like this, and I take them right down my nose just like that. Okay, this way my fingers are blending it, and it doesn't look like I've had too much contour, and I don't look like I'm doing all these stripes. It's so stupid easy. It's like unbelievable. Now make sure you take it all the way down right here, right where that little tip is, just like that. Boom. See how cute my nose is. See how cute my nose is. Sorry, Mom. I made it just a little cuter. Okay, don't worry. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to take a powder brush, a nice fluffy powder brush, and we're going to start to just blend this up. So we want this to go up. We don't want to drag this color down. So we're going to blend those browns up. We're just going to blend, okay, just like this. We're going to blend right here around that forehead, just to make sure everything's blended, around that chin, just like that. Okay, now, that's my dark shades. Now, what I'm gonna do, okay, is I'm gonna add now a little bit of color to my face, just a little bit of color. So I'm gonna take the face palette, okay, and the reason I'm gonna take the face palette is because I wanna really pop some highlighter on. So I'm gonna take this blush shade in the face palette, I'm gonna take my blush brush. Now, really important. If you want to look like your face is lifted, this is what we do, a cheek lift. Okay, how do you get such a bright complexion? Jeannie, I wear a Hydralux foundation. If you start the video from the very beginning, you can see I have really, really bad skin. I'm a cancer survivor, so I have a lot of redness. I get a lot of swelling in my skin. So it's Hydralux, so I think you'll really like that. All right, so normally, when we were growing up and when we were learning how to do makeup, people go, oh, do this, put it on the apples of your cheek, okay? If I was to put the blush right here, it's gonna drag my face down. Cardinal rule, don't do it, all right? So what you wanna do is start just a little bit back, just like that. A little bit, I'd say about 1/4 of an inch back, just like that, and then just kind of sweep it up. It's gonna go right on top of that brown C that I just did, okay? Just like that, okay? Little bit back, and now watch how, I should have only did one side. Ooh, I'll do one like that and just do one side next time, okay? So just like that, 1/4 of an inch back, just like that, see that? So that's giving notice how my cheeks are coming in, my face is starting to look a little lifted. Like I said, don't worry because we're gonna blend. Blending is always the last thing, it's like the icing on the cake. So now I've got a little bit of that. Don't put your blush up here because you don't blush up here. If you're in a hurry, I always say get dolled up in 10 minutes or less, get out the door. You can run a little bit of that blush on your eyelids for color, but you don't blush on your forehead, so don't do that. All right, now, okay, I'm gonna take that highlighter, which I'm in love with in this face palette, because I do think it is probably one of the prettiest highlighters ever. You can see that color. I love highlighting. I always have. One of the very first products when I started doing my brand I made was H2 Glow because I knew how important like glowing and beautiful skin and how it equates to youth. So we're going to take a little bit of that, okay? And now what we're going to do is go right over top of that blush, okay? And we're going to do that in the C right through here to that brow area. And the reason we're going to do that, it tricks people when they see that light, that it starts, see how on this side, see how I'm starting to look lifted, just like that, okay? Just like this, starting to look lifted. It gives you just the right amount of glow, and it's starting to look lifted. Boom, boom, boom. All right, now here's my other little trick with the highlight. You don't have to go crazy with all these highlighters and do anything. These little tricks you can do really, really, really easy. Okay, super, super easy. Now, really important, Chic. You know how I did that little contour right down here on my nose? I'm going to take that highlighter and I'm going to go right down the center of my nose. Now, really important, ready? Wait for it. Right here on the tip, just like this. right here on the tip. Oh, Mom, I'm sorry because my nose is rocking now. Okay, now, so that's my highlighter. Now, I'm going to do one other thing, and then I'm going to blend it. I'm going to go back to my contour palette, and I'm going to use the highlighter in this contour palette to do this. And I'm going to tell you why. Am I using the same brush for contour, blush, and highlight? I'm using, yeah, actually, no. Yes, I am. Yeah, here is the blush and highlighter brush that I'm using. It's our blush brush. It's on our delta.com. It's an awesome brush. I use it every day. This is, I use this for the browns. I'm sorry, for the contour. This is also our contour brush, and it's wedged, so you can kind of cut in with it, just like that. And you can like go down through here and down the chin. So I'm doing that. Now, here is big, 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 big trick. Boom, love it. Okay, ready? I am going to take, and the reason why I'm going to use this highlight in the contour palette is because there's no like pearl in it. So this one in the face palette has pearl, and that's how you're seeing that kind of my skin looks like it's glowing and it's like popping. I'm going to do something really, really cool that I don't want you to do, you know, with something that's pearly. So I'm going to take my contour brush like this into the highlight shade in the contour palette. Ready? I'm going to take that. Now, here's a really cool trick that most people don't know how to do. And these are all just with powders. A lot of times when you try to do them with creams, I can do them with creams. I just think powders are easy to get in and out the door. So what I'm going to do is, remember how I put that brown here in the sea? I'm going to take this right through here, and this is going to cut that. And what I'm going to show the difference when I'm talking about cut it. Okay? I'm going to go just like this underneath. See how it hollowed it out? See that? See how that hollowed it out compared to this side? So that's what that does. So this creates, it's like a shade lighter than what my foundation is, and it's just hollowing it out. Okay, so I'm going to do that. So I've put everything in place, just like that. See how it straightens it up? It cleans out that contour. It highlights it. Now, the only thing I'm going to do is just blend everything together. I just take that blush brush and I make sure that everything's blended together. Okay? Just like that, so I don't have any harsh lines. And I just kind of just blend it, just that way the blush and the contour and everything kind of blend together. The highlight, I'm going to just make sure everything's blended, just like that. Oh, one other thing. Wait. Oh, one other thing. Make your lips look bigger. I forgot that one. Okay. So, one other thing. Take that highlighter from the face palette and pop that right on your Cupid's bow, right here. And then before you put your lipstick on, and that makes your lips look bigger. One other thing. Okay, ready? Then take a little bit of that deeper, that shade that I did for the nose, just like this, and put it right here. Right down here. Right down there. See how big my lips just popped out? Okay. So that's how I contour every day. So do you guys have any questions about it? Like, were they easy? Like, I didn't put any lipstick or anything, but like, it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. I've got this pretty straight. I think I've lifted. Everything that I did was, oh, thanks, Christine. Everything that I did was to make my face look like it was lifted, made my cheeks look like they were fuller. So these are things that kind of like we lose. We lose those fat pads in our face as we get older. So we need to create the look of volume. We also want to kind of create that. See, I'm not, people go, oh my gosh, you have like great cheekbones. And you can see it's really the highlight that's creating that look. Hi, Nikki. I was with Nikki all weekend. You can see how it's creating that look of a beautiful sculpted cheek, you know, and then I brought that highlight up through here. I sculpted around my brow, made my brow look lifted. So I created that look of a beautiful oval. And that's what we're trying to do. Remember, I'm a square, but when you look at me now, I look like a good oval. Okay. So, I want to know how to shape your eyebrows. I'll do eyebrows tutorials. I'll do those. I can do one of those this week if you want a good eyebrow one. My makeup never lasts very long, always fades. I use a primer. Maybe you shouldn't use a primer. Okay, I hate to say that. I'm not a huge fan of primers. Primers have a lot of them are just basically silicone, and with the silicone like that, a lot of times they don't mix well with your foundation unless you're getting them from the same brand, and sometimes even they don't. And they say they make your makeup lock on. I personally just don't use primer. Most of the time, the foundations that are made nowadays have like so many good, and they have silicones and stuff like that in it. Remember, silicone's a naturally curling element, you know, so it's you know, great for your skin. So most of them are just like so chock full of really good stuff now anyway that I don't use primer. But let me see. Do you use a product to tighten neck skin? Brandy, yes, I use Dr. Deness's neck cream. I think it's called like MD50. I don't know the name of it. Matter of fact, I just put it on this morning, MD55 or something. Dr. Deness and I are going to do on Tuesday, wait for it, Dr. D's coming to my office, and she's going to do a live Facebook chat. So it's going to be, I think, I don't have to figure it out. She's going to be at QVC, and we're going to do a live Facebook chat on Tuesday, so I'm so excited. You know how much I adore her. She probably, quite honestly, is one of the most brilliant women I've ever met. If you ever really, I think she should write a book because her story is just amazing. So I'm really excited to see her. She's my dear, dear friend. And we're going to do a live Facebook. She's got a TSV coming up, so I'm excited about that. But I love and adore her products. I think everyone knows that. Okay, so is there any more questions? Because I don't like to take up too much of your time. I could sit here and chat, but you guys would be all like snoring and going to sleep. But I thought that was just like a really cool video to do, and let me know what other videos you want me to do, what other tips and tricks. I'm going to keep spilling. Hey, Meggers! That's my niece, Megan. She's an amazing esthetician in York, Pennsylvania, so if you guys are in York, PA, and she does so many cool things, like from brows to facials to like, she's up to date on so many things, like, half the time I don't even know what's coming, and Maggie's like, oh, have you heard about this or this or that? Like, she's amazing. So I will teach you guys some more stuff, like maybe how to properly conceal or whatever you want to see. Like, I don't know. I'll keep thinking, and on Sunday nights I'll keep chatting with you and keep doing those things. But in the meantime, tonight I'm going to go to bed in a clean bedroom. How about that? With all my stuff organized in my closet. I'm so happy. Okay, so I think that's it. I love you guys. Thanks for joining me on this Sunday night. I hope that you learned some stuff. And if you have any more questions that, you want to know, oh, Nancy, you're so kind. Thank you very much. And I love you guys. You are the highlight. I can't wait for Sunday nights when I get to chat with everybody because it's like the highlight of my weekend. So I will see you. Enjoy, all of you. Oh, hi, Aunt Janet. How are you? And I'm like getting ready to hang up and everyone's jumping in. Hi, Aunt Janet. Love you. Hi, Lisa. So I'm kind of like, you guys have to watch it back and roll it back and watch my little tutorial. But I love you guys. Have an awesome, awesome rest of your weekend. And may you kill it this week and have the best week ever.